There was a young man walking down a deserted beach just before dawn. In the distance, he saw a frail old man. As he approached the old man, he saw him picking up one stranded starfish at a time and throwing it back into the sea. The young man gazed in wonder as the old man again and again threw one small starfish from the sand to the water. He asked, "Old man, why do you spend so much energy doing what seems to be a waste of time?" The old man explained that the stranded starfish would die if left in the morning sun. "But there must be thousands of beach starfish," exclaimed the young man. "How can you make any difference?" The old man looked down at the small starfish in his hand, and as he threw it into the safety of the sea, he said, "I made a difference to this one." The young man then bent down and also began to throw back one starfish at a time. Before long, the two men looked up, and there were over 100 other people standing on the beach, starting to throw starfish back into the sea. "See," the old man said to the young man, "if you help one, you will also help many." As Malia sat in my living room telling my cousin Melanie and I all about Friendship Circle, the story immediately popped into my mind. As I continued to sit on my couch, weighing the pros and the cons of working with a child with special needs, the words of the story echoed in my head. I could make a difference to this one. My head was filled with questions. How much of a difference could I possibly make to this one child? Could I make the time and emotional commitment? Would this child like me? No matter how many questions were going through my head at that very moment, I pushed them all aside and said to Malia, "I want to do this. I can make a difference." A week later, my cousin Melanie and I found out we'd be working on Sunday afternoons with a 6-year-old boy named Will. Walking towards his door for the first time, we were a little nervous and didn't know what to expect. As soon as the front door opened, I saw the biggest smile on the face of Will that I've ever seen. I knew this was a perfect match, and I couldn't have made a better decision about being a Friendship Circle volunteer. Not only did the smile on the face of Will bring me running back each week to enjoy our hour together, but his kindness, his laugh, and his joy that he brought to my life made me feel good all week until our next visit. Whether through baking cookies, reading stories, playing with Play-Doh, or taking silly pictures, we always had so much fun. One Sunday, Melanie and I were sitting around the kitchen table with Will, singing High School Musical as he hummed along and bobbed his head. That incredible smile popped onto his face. As I watched that smile grow and grow, I learned that for Will, even the smallest things in life made him happy. What a valuable lesson for each of us to learn and follow. On another Sunday afternoon, Melanie, Will, and I were baking a cake for his birthday. Since chocolate was his favorite, we handed him the chocolate icing so he could ice this delicious-looking chocolate cake. I guess the icing looked so good that he just decided to eat the icing out of the can. Will looked like he was enjoying the icing so immensely that Melanie and I grabbed a spoon and joined in. This was not a problem since we believed the cake looked just fine without icing. When I got home, I felt sick from the icing, but once again, Will had taught me another lesson. Be spontaneous and enjoy each moment. It is not always a necessity to follow what is expected. Will has given me the opportunity to grow as a person and learn lessons I would never have learned without him in my life. Friendship Circle has allowed me to be part of a special type of community service, actually the best type of community service. Being able to help bond and get to know one very special child on a personal level is of equal value to both the volunteer and child. Because of my time and relationship with Will and the gift of volunteering that the Friendship Circle has provided me with, I have learned valuable lessons that will remain a part of me in my heart and soul. My irreplaceable time with Will is something I will never forget. His awesome smile is stamped in my mind forever. As I finish my time with Friendship Circle and Will, I realize I did make a difference to one child, but it is Will and Friendship Circle that make even a greater difference to me.